Koreless is an electronic producer from Bangor, Wales, a Welshie, who has released music on the Young record label and also XL as well. And I recently stumbled upon this album here for good reason as well, because it's very good. It's a very interesting album with really strange melodies and intricate sound design, with some really detailed textures throughout. It's a very interesting listen, and while it's not a name that's totally recognizable amongst the music nerd world, the sun is right in my eyes, man. It's a name that you should, I can't get the sun away, be checking out. It sort of has everything you'd want from an album like this. It has really weird emotional peaks that kind of seep into you and bring out the fear in you. There's some really weird moments that could kind of like make it onto some kind of horror soundtrack, while also having these really beautiful vocals that are also very haunting and strange, just kind of mixed in the whirlwind of sounds on this entire album. I like the opening track Yonder, which has this really creaky, like floorboard, creaky door opening sound effect that comes through that just unsettles you and makes you feel so strange. It's a very unnerving way to kick things off, and then Black Rainbow just carries that on. The rhythm is once again unsettling. I really love the way it amplifies and kind of like intensifies as it goes along. It really ramps up, and I think the core melody is really intricate and odd in a really cool way. There's lots of great uses of like these operatic vocals throughout this album, which really work nicely in you know, context with these strange tracks. The operatic vocals on White Picket Fence are incredibly heavenly, but again, they're mixed into the instrumental in a way that doesn't feel like the two worlds of these strange electronic textures and these operatic vocals are like colliding in a bad way. It actually is a really cool collision. It carries on into act brackets S, parentheses you could even say, and this track is really short though. Like, the cool idea could have just been taken further, you know, with the vocals and everything else that's going on, but it should have been stretched, I think, but it actually just feels very short and a bit underwhelming, because I think some of these tracks actually could have been longer. Hans is another one right towards the end of the album. It kind of just comes and goes. It's a nice track, you know, it's lovely, but I don't know, I think considering this album is only 32 minutes, these moments could have been stretched further and just padded out the album a bit more, I think. Joy Squad makes use of those vocal ideas again, but this time they're stuttering and they're clattering in a kind of like robotic, weird, broken way. It's really cool again. Like, I like the way that Koreless has these different ways to just, I don't know, kind of throw in these little curveballs every now and then to make the tracks just have a feature that stands out amongst the rest of the other tracks. The same kind of like, you know, heavenly vocals are there, but this time they're kind of like chopped up and kind of like stuttered. It's cool. It's a cool way to kind of like progress one idea that you already used on your own album and then just kind of take it to a new level. I like that. You'd think that like you'd do that on the next album, you'd experiment on the next album, but it's almost like on the same album they've picked things that they can take further. It's cool. I like it. Strangers is the final track with wonderful textures. Oh my god, this track is beautiful. Man. And this time the kind of like tranquil feeling that it gives you reminds me of Sign Libra, who dropped an album last year, and that is still one of the most underrated albums, overlooked albums of the past few years. Sign Libra, man. Again, just absolutely stunning, and a cool way to end things out. Like I say, a little short though, the whole album. I think some of these ideas could have been stretched into longer songs, but I still think overall the quality of the music here is definitely there, and I really like this. I'm gonna go 7.5 out of 10. I think this is a really strong album, definitely worth your time, definitely worth checking out, and electronic fans who are not onto this yet should be onto it and should be giving this one a go, giving it a spin. So let me know your thoughts if you have heard it though. That would be great. Thank you for watching this review as always. Please check this out. It's definitely available on streaming services, so you won't struggle to find it. That's it. Have a good day and goodbye.